As a Transformers fan, guys, I go a long, long, long ways with the franchise. From the good to the bad. And being a child of the 80s, guys, watching where the original G1 went until now, in terms of animation wise, it does my heart kind of good to see that the franchise has gone. It's Transformers franchise is what, over 30 years old? It's over 30 years old, and for me, it's really good. It's really good to see where this franchise has gone. It's very good to see that this franchise continues to capture the imagination of new generations, of kids, When I hear kids talk about Transformers, it takes me back to when I was a child, watching that original series and falling in love with Optimus Prime and, watching him lead the Autobots against Megatron and the Decepticons, and remembering watching that first movie and crying my eyes out in the movie theaters when Optimus died, Machinima and Hasbro are going to team up to bring a digital series for Transformers. This is not the Transformers Robots in Disguise that's on Cartoon Network now, that is supposed to be a sequel to Transformers Prime, which was a great series. No, this is a series that's going to be dealing with the Combiner Wars. Now, for all those who are not familiar with Transformers and like, what's a combiner? As you all know, the Transformers are robots in disguise. They are cars, planes, you name it. Combiners are several Autobots or several Decepticons that form into one big robot. We're going to see that in this digital series, and it's more targeted for people of my generation, as well as it's more adult. It's more for the adults. It's not literally what they basically are implying. It's not a kid show. It's not for kiddies. It's not kid friendly. Well, I didn't say kid friendly. It's more mature. So in this Combiner Wars, guys, we could see the likes, not just of Devastator. We could see the likes of, could we see the Predaking, Magna Boss, let me see, who else I can think of, Combiner wise, oh man, oh my god, Rail Racer, or the Road Caesar, or the Dino King as they called him, Landcross, there's so many other combiners, guys. I'm trying to remember, but you get the drift. But there was a war with all those combiners fighting each other. So we get to see that. We're going to see that digital wise. That's great. Now, how do I feel about it being more for people of my generation? I couldn't be more happier for that. That just shows that Machinima's like, okay, you know what? Yes, we respect what Hasbro has done for, like, the kids, but what about those that grew up with their G1 series, like yours truly here, and missed those days? Miss where it wasn't always kid friendly. There were times it was just like, oh, you know. So definitely, I'm definitely looking forward to this. A series based off the Combiner Wars. What more can a Transformers fan want or ask for? I wish there was. This just does me good. It just does my heart good to know that Transformers are still around. And as always, what do I always say, guys? Fellow children of the 80s, stand up. Because our generation, our decade of excellence still paves the way for new bloods. Still paves the way and inspires people. I've always said it before. I grew up in the greatest decade of entertainment. It's no lie. There was so much to offer. Transformers are just one of them. What can I say? I'm a Transformers fan for life.